Welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Lancool PC-K63 case. Okay, let me first unbox this product. As you can see, a very colorful looking box. This is the Lancool PC-K63 case. Lots of pictures of the product on the box. This is the First Night series. Battle is what I do. This is a very aggressive looking case, but at the same time has lots of features and is affordable. You can see here there's lots of pictures of all the features and specifications all around this box. Now let me go ahead and open it up. Now this box isn't too large, so I'll open it from the top and just swing it around. Carefully doing so. Before I do, you can have a look here. Standard styrofoam on either end of the case. The case itself is in a plastic bag. You should also note that the box itself here has handles on each side. That's great. Transporting the box. Now let me remove the styrofoam. And the plastic bag. You can see that they have protective plastic here on this large window. And now, let's have a closer look at it. There is an accessory box that also comes with this case. Let's open it up and see what's in here. This is a power supply bracket, keeps the power supply in place, and note the rubber that will prevent scratching, also keeping the power supply into position and preventing any vibrations. And we have a bag full of thumb screws. There's a power fan cable right here, some cable ties, rubber mounts, a speaker, thumb screws, and so on. Now this case is constructed from plastic and steel. The outside of the case, the front bezel and the top, that's plastic. But just have a look at this. It looks very sharp. Some nice, clean, round edges as well here at the top. Lots of ventilation. Now the front bezel very easily comes off. All you need to do is pull here at the bottom. So voila, that's off. If you want to remove the top panel, you can very easily do so. You can pull here at the front or at the back or at the side, and that pops off. Now you can see that they have two 140 millimeter exhaust fans here at the top. Conveniently located at the top is the power button, reset button, microphone jack, headphone jack, USB 2 port, USB 3 port, as well as the eSATA port. At the front, top middle, there's this clear piece of plastic, and this is to enable the LEDs behind it to shine through. There's the power LED and hard drive activity LED. There's three 5¼ inch drive bays and lots of ventilation. This is to allow the included 140 millimeter fans to intake cool air. And note, they include removable dust filters. The left side panel has a large window, and note the styling on this window. It's very similar to the styling on the case, so it looks quite cool. But no window, fans, or ventilation on the right side panel. Now at the back of the case, they include another fan. This is a 120 millimeter exhaust fan, and like the two front 140 millimeter fans, this one is also a blue LED fan. So you've got blue LED fans at the front of the case. You've also got one at the back. As well, this is where the motherboard's I/O shield plate would get installed. They include 8 ventilated expansion slots, and at the bottom is where a standard ATX power supply would get installed. They also include thumb screws on the left and right side panels, and these thumb screws have rubber washers. That's right, rubber washers. Very cool, right? Well, pretty much all the screws and other things on this case have rubber on them. This is to prevent vibration. Speaking of rubber, there are 2 rubber grommeted holes right here. You can normally pass cables through this, or you can pass water cooling tubes through this, depending on your application. It's always nice to be able to secure the left side panel, and this case has that option, as long as you have an optional lock. The lock would slip through like so, and in doing so, secure the left side panel. Of course, this is not going to prevent somebody from breaking through the window or taking the whole case, but it kind of gives you some peace of mind. Okay, lots of stuff to talk about inside this case. You can see that the interior is black. There's plenty of cable management holes on the motherboard tray on the other side. Also some cool stuff on the right side of the case, and I'll show you that when I remove the right side panel. Again, there's 3 5¼ drive bays. 2 of the top ones have this toolless design. Up to 6 3.5-inch hard drives can be installed, 3 at the top and 3 more at the bottom. You can use these included screws, and these are like thumb screws in a way, but they go onto the drive, and then you slip this into the slots on either side of the drive bay. Then, to secure it, all you do is flip this up and use the thumb screw, and then it doesn't slip out. So it's kind of a toolless operation in a way. You just secure these screws, 4 of them on each side of the hard drive, then slip it in, then use this to secure it into place. They include a hole on the motherboard tray for the cooler's retention plate, and this is an enormous time saver. As I mentioned before, the power supply gets installed at the bottom of the case. They also include 2 rubber rests for the power supply to lodge on, as well this bracket to secure the power supply into place. Note though that the motherboard tray is not removable. Full-length video cards will fit in this case, but some might be wondering, well, what happens with these drive bays right here? Will it fit? Because this seems like it would probably get in the way. Well, this can be removed. Now, if you choose not to remove it, well, you have a good 290 millimeters, and that's approximately 11.5 inches. If you remove it though, you have close on 16 inches or 410 millimeters. The toolless design on the expansion slots is really something. It's one of the best I've seen so far because it's extremely well engineered and easy to use. If you want to install a card, all you need to do is just flip this all the way out, install the card, and then just flip it back into place. Now that I have the right side panel removed, well, you can see the holes that are on the back of the motherboard tray. Also areas to attach cables to. You can use the included cable ties if you wish. And as well, look at this. This is a cable management system. You simply slip the cables in here and then secure them. Finally, have a listen to the stock cooling. If you're in the market for a really nice looking case that has plenty of features and is affordable, well, this just might be the product for you. I should also mention that the build quality on this is really high. Now, I went through all of the fantastic features that this case has, but there are a few negatives, and they include the case not having a removable motherboard tray. Now, that's something that I personally love to see in cases. Some people, well, they just do not care about removable motherboard trays. Also, the case is not aluminum, something that I like, but others might not like. And remember, this case falls into an affordable category, so you can't really have your cake and eat it too. Also, the left side panel does not have any ventilation, nor does it have a fan or fans. It's nice to have at least one fan on the left side panel so it can intake lots of cool air where it's needed, right on top of the video card or video cards and CPU and so on and so forth. But the case does have so many fantastic features. It looks great, is affordable. Overall, it's a kick-ass product. Until next time, take care.